So I thought this was worth talking about because I think this perfume is really exceptional. I think this is a gourmand that people don't talk about enough. It's possibly because people don't like the original Anais, which is a very 90s, very strong perfume that a lot of people used to wear. It was very, very popular, but it's up there with Cacharel's old classics, Eden and Lulu, in that they're very strong, and a lot of people, I think, have bad memories of them. But Premier Delice has absolutely nothing to do with the original Anais. It doesn't smell anything like it at all. It's a completely different beast. And from the packaging, you would have no idea what it was going to be like. Nowadays, this is one of the old bottles. Nowadays, this comes in a clear, kind of pinky peachy coloured bottle, but it's exactly the same perfume. They've just, I think every now and again they re-release it. It's still called Premier Delice. It's still got the same notes, but it will be in a slightly different bottle. So this is one of the older bottles, but yeah, probably if you get one now, it's going to be in one of the clear bottles. Again, as with general Cacharel perfumes, they tend to be around £20. Sometimes they're more like 30, depending on obviously the size. This is 100ml, so this is like between 20 and £30. But this is the best pear perfume you're ever going to find. And I've tried a few pear perfumes recently, and I always again, because they're modern perfumes, it's that classic thing of liking the top notes and then it drying down to smell like wood, and I can't deal with it. And there's always something weird in the base that I then really have the desire to wash off me. But the top notes are all generally quite peary and blingy and delicious. This one stays delicious the whole time. This is the nicest pear perfume I've ever smelled. So the notes of this, top notes are pear, orange, bergamot and galbanum. I apologise to anyone who actually knows anything about flowers. Middle notes are peony and hyacinth. Base notes are cacao and cedar. Now, I was really worried the cedar was going to bother me. And happily, this doesn't go too woody. I really did think it was going to. I had a moment because I've smelt a Givenchy perfume that's quite pear forward in the top notes, and also Fairy Love, which Fairy Love is one of those ones that when I first sprayed it, I thought, ooh, I might want a bottle of this, and then it dried down to something strange on me anyway. And so I was really worried that the cedar in this wasn't going to work for me when I got the tester. So this is one of those ones I had a tester for, and then I had to get a full bottle of. This was, yeah, it was a nice surprise that this one worked for me. But this one, if you want to know what it smells like, it smells exactly like tinned pears in syrup sprinkled with cacao, or like, cocoa powder, like dark cocoa powder. It's so yummy. This perfume is delicious. And I had my partner smell it as well to see whether he thought it smelled like tinned pears, and he was like, oh yeah, it really does. It really smells like tinned pears. It's so tasty, and this one lasts quite well, and you will smell like a delicious fruity pear, a very slightly chocolatey pear. And when I say like chocolatey, the chocolate note is really subtle in this one. It's not too strong at all. It's not like a dark chocolate smell. It's a very subtle cocoa powder smell that just makes it even slightly more edible. Yeah, but the main smell you're going to get with this one is syrupy sweet tinned pears, and syrupy sweet in a kind of sweetened fruit juice turned into a syrup. It's not cloying. This is not like a sickly sweet smell. It's a fresh fruit smell. It's really lush, this one. Very edible, very tasty. I'm actually surprised by how comfortable I am in this one, because sometimes I can be, like I said, with cedar, and sometimes especially peony, actually, it tends to be too dry. I don't like it. This is such a well blended, lovely perfume. It's really, really lovely. And I think it needs a lot more love, because I think this one is so much nicer than the other pear perfumes that I've smelt. Fairy Love by Escada is nice, but again, I don't like the dry down. I think Candy Love was probably nicer, but also I don't like the dry down in that one either. And I can't remember the Givenchy one. Is it called Irresistible? I've actually got a tester of that one that I've had for ages that I will actually do a little video on. But you know, those are the ones when I was looking at pear perfumes that a lot of people were mentioning, and this is so much better. This is way better. I think this is a really good option if you like a pear smell.